Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 22. Continuing on with our championship, it is now time for round 7 and it's in a very damp French GP of Le Mans. So it's another pole position, but this time in the wet. Here in Le Mans we wait for the red light to go out and away we go. So still sticking with the theme, we're still sticking with power, setting 1 for the rest of this career mode, and already into turn 1 we've lost the speed on the straight. And the Jack Miller has taken over at the front, but I'm going to try and get back into the left-hander here for that Dunlop chicane. Not quite close enough to Jack Miller. Look at Marc Marquez trying to go round the outside of the early stages of this Grand Prix, but Miller lost a lot of speed with the right-hander there from La Chapelle onwards. Losing a lot of speed. We might be able to sneak up on the inside. Bit of contact made with the Ducati. I'm desperate to get on through because I just don't think we can compete with the pace of the Ducati when it breaks away at the front. So now into Musée for the left-hander for turn 7. 0.2 of a second is the advantage for the man who is currently second place in the World Championship by the thinnest of thin margins with 1 point. So now into Garage Vert for the first time of asking. A very difficult corner to get right, but a hell of a satisfying feeling when you get it right going into the 8th corner. So now bringing on the power and braking roughly near the Moto sign there to the right hand side. Something to take note of, the AI do tend to struggle in this braking part for the Shimano buff. Sometimes they just brake really early, or sometimes they get it right and they actually brake at the correct braking spot. But now into the Blue S's for the first time of asking. Turn 11 beckons the number 47 to get a good start into the next lap and hopefully hold on to the lead for the rest of the Grand Prix. So a quick update on the left hand side of your screen there. We are leading the way with Miller in second, Marquez third, Zarco in fourth. The French fans will be imploring their Frenchmen to get to the front. Bastianini in fifth, Oliveira, Quartararo and Jorge Martin down in 8th place. So now into the right hand side, and quick mention, we've got a blue on the on the heart rate monitor there. That's actually caught me off guard. I think we've seen it once in Jerez. So a pretty relaxed DrAce at this stage of this Grand Prix. I guess that's full concentration due to the wet settings as Marquez slips up on the inside of La Chapelle. Expect to see the heart rate monitor increase rather rapidly when the 8 times world champion pulls a move like that. Trying to fight back here on the left hand side for Musée, but certainly not close enough or not strong enough. In fact, I tell you what, eat my own words, up on the inside of Marquez. Oh, he touched the rumble strip. The rumble strip is absolutely deadly in the wet conditions. Had a problem where we touched the rumble strip in Circuit of the Americas when that was a wet race, and also lost a lot of time by doing so. So now bringing on the power, not bothering with the ride height device this time around. Let's see if the AI brakes ridiculously early. They have indeed. So we are given the position back. Let's say Marquez wanted to let us lead, I don't know. Try and keep the immersion flowing, but the reality is that the AI just make bad mistakes and silly things in MotoGP 22. Not every time, but just in some tracks that happens and there's not really much we can do about it. So now into turn 12. Marquez is still lurking. Never, ever underestimate the 8 times world champion. You know he was going to go for a lunge at some point. Just a matter of where. Oh, into record him. I looks like he was going to fly up on the inside, but to the left-hand side, the Honda versus the Honda. 0.5 of a second quicker was Marquez on that previous exchange, but now into the right-hand side. Once more for turn 2 into the Dunlop chicane. Do we hold on to the position? Bit weak on the left-hand side here. Marquez pushing. Marquez wanting to get on through. Very tight to the apex. Small mistake. We're still holding on. Solid stuff so far for the man in second place in the World Championship. And there is Marquez forcing the move. We didn't really see him till the last second and was forced to lift up the motorcycle. Otherwise, contact would have been made. That's down from first to third, but we are fighting back into Musée. Brilliantly done this time around for the man on board the LCR Honda. Back into the lead after squeezing through on Marquez, trying to just push back every opportunity we can. It's a 3-way fight for the victory here in Le Mans. Not too dissimilar from what we've seen Jack Miller do here in Le Mans in the wet. But Marquez, you know he's strong in the wet and he is looking pretty promising on board the Repsol Honda. So keep an eye on the RC213V at this stage of the Grand Prix. We're going to try and brake. Oh, that's a little bit late, that. That is a little bit late. Can we get it stopped? Can't really get it stopped. Unfortunately, we have to give up the position. Otherwise, an advantage would have been too much for us in that instance. We lost a second of a lap time there to Marquez. It's now 4/10 of a split. Ahead is Marquez's. Wow, Miller. He really wanted to get on through there, but I cannot afford. Miller's dropped down the order dramatically. Went down to 6th position there for a moment. Back into the top 5. But after an exchange with Fabio Quartararo, he's got himself back into top 5. And that was a big bump. Big bump from the LCR Honda man and the factory Ducati of Jack Miller. So now onto the straight, if you can call it that, as we lean over to the right-hand side. Marquez is pulling the gap. 7/10 of a second. Look at that heart rate monitor increasing. Yes, this is pressure now, and we are under serious pressure. I'm cutting corners. Marquez gets caught on the rumble strip. We're get caught on the rumble strip as well. That's going to make us lose a dramatic amount of time, as Marquez has got this one in the bag. He's in the lead in La Chapelle and is looking pretty promising. Now, don't forget, La Chapelle is the corner which Marquez crashed here in Le Mans, and it ended his chance for a Grand Prix victory. Would have been a Grand Prix victory in quite a while for the 29-year-old Marc Marquez, or at least 29 to be. So now bringing on the power into the Garage Vert corner. This is where the AI also begin to struggle. You see, we're able to take out a good chunk of time against the former world champion. Don't discount Johann Zarco behind us as well. That gap has come down somewhat, but we are beginning to put in some strong lap times. Fabio Di Gianantonio, the fastest man on the circuit right now, with a 140 flat, as we now go into Shimano Buff for the 4th time of asking. Quick change of direction, but don't get caught on the rumble strip for goodness sake, because that will really warm up the tyres and make things very, very difficult. Now, something to mention, guys, this is a little bit concerning because this track is beginning to dry. Not rapidly, and we still have a few laps to go, but I'm seeing a lot of dry lines, and this is where our soft option rear could fail. It could be the worst decision we've decided to go for, but I don't know. There's a lot of time left in this one, so who knows what's happening yet, but we are the fastest man on track with a 139.801. Keep an eye on the degradation for the soft option rear. Soft option front should be okay, but I'm just concerned about the rear tyre at this stage of the Grand Prix. So now into turn 3, we have closed in on Marquez a little bit more, as we had a small moment coming out of the Dunlop chicane, but now into turn 5, and back onto the right-hand side for turn 6, as Marquez is down! Oh my goodness! A gift from the factory Honda man. It's an opportunity to not only go back-to-back wins from Portimao and Jerez, but now back-to-back. Oh my goodness. Can you Adam and Eve it? Can you believe it, ladies and gentlemen? Marquez has just binned it into La Chapelle, the same spot where he crashed in real life. Unbelievable. I'm shocked. I'm stunned. What an opportunity for us now. This is a brilliant chance. We're already up by 4/10 of a second on this particular lap. As long as Johann Zarco doesn't really give us too much trouble, we should be okay. This could be a 3rd victory in a row. What a way to celebrate the French Grand Prix. Always seem to do well here in Le Mans, and even with power setting 1 in the wet conditions, we're giving it everything we've got to stay competitive in the French GP. This is brilliant. Loving this one so far. And this MotoGP 22 Championship has been fantastic. The Moto 3 one was probably my best, quite possibly the best I've ever done. Really found that to be entertaining and very, very enjoyable. That was also on power setting 1 against the AI. So across the line, we are the we were temporarily the fastest on the circuit with a 139.567, but Johann Zarco has responded with a 139.334. We've got to do everything we can to defend against a Frenchman. Oh, launching into turn 4 there. Did Zarco fancy a lunge? They certainly did. And he wanted to get on through. We've got to play it safe going into La Chapelle, but there is that dry line they're referring to. Zarco's just touching the rear tyre, pushing us out of the way. But we will have the exchange, I hope, going into Musée. We certainly do. Up on the inside. Oh, not strong enough. Look at Zarco. He must be on the medium option rear. That medium wet seems to be the key for Johann Zarco if this is the case. I'm struggling to live up to this pace now. 0.2 of a second. It feels like I'm losing a lot more time than what we lost in the previous lap time. We have improved our lap time. We've been steadily pushing forwards as much as we can in this Grand Prix. As it stands, Zarco and Oliveira will be sharing the rookie on the top steps of the podiums here in the French GP. But for now, into Shimano Buff for the penultimate time. We go into turn 10 still in the lead, but this time half a second. So it's a good advantage at this stage of the Grand Prix. However, that start and finish straight as we go up to the Dunlop chicane could be crucial for our chance of victory here today. The Ducati GP22 is a bullet. We all know this. Is it going to just decimate us on the straight here? Coming out to Recordamont, we will bring on the power. We won't use ride-out device because we'll never be able to turn it into the Dunlop chicane. The gap is down from 0.3 down to a tenth, half a tenth. Oh, it's just disappearing. It's absolutely decimated. We still hold the advantage with 0.2 of a second, playing it safe into turn 3 as Zarco pushing us there into right-hander. Now we'll look at him up on the inside. That's brilliant. That's a man's move. That's a grown man's move, actually, for that one. Brilliantly done from Zarco in the wet. I just can't seem to live with his pace right now. He is pushing to the maximum. This is going to be it now. It seems to be always Zarco that we seem to battle with in these MotoGP career modes. It was him a hell of a lot of times in MotoGP 21, and Zarco is back at it once again. The Frenchman could be tasting the top steps Prosecco here in his home circuit. I can't beat him going into Garage Vert. Can I take advantage of that horrible braking marker which the AI tends to use? Still not using the ride-out device. Look at the heart rate, it's gone up. It has increased dramatically, but Zarco is pulling away. The power setting 1 is not really benefiting us. Look how much we've closed in into Shimano buffs. This could be it. Change of direction. Oh, that's cheeky from Zarco, having a good old look behind him. I don't know where to attack. Can we attack here on the right-hand side if we keep it in tight? Lost a bit of confidence upon the brakes. It's going to be a last-lap lunge into Recordamont, but I just don't think we're close enough. I can't get close enough. Can we? Oh, I don't think we can do it. No, that's it. We're going to have to accept it. We're going to have to settle for it unless we can pull out something amazing out of the bag here, but not going to happen. The French fans get a French fairy tale for Johan Zarco. Look at the eyes of the character there. My God. What the hell happened to his eyes then? Oh my God. So guys, Zarco wins in front of the French fans. Unfortunately, we couldn't better him today. He beat us as we finish in second, and Miguel Oliveira hangs on for third place in the first podium for KTM this season. A look at the championship standings, and those 20 points have put us into the championship lead. Puts Fabio Quartararo down to second with a 6-point advantage, and Jack Miller trails by 47 points. Quite the gap at this stage of the career mode. So now looking at the team's championship, Jack Miller and Pecco Bagnaia still sit at the top with the Ducati Lenovo team. 11 points trail is LCR Honda, and 12 points behind is Monster Energy Yamaha from MotoGP. A quick look now at the Constructors' Championship, and Ducati have regained those 5 points they lost in Jerez, and now back on top with a 20-point advantage. Yamaha trail in third with 34 points behind. So thanks for watching, guys. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below. Be sure to hit the like button and consider subscribing, and consider becoming a member if you want some exclusive DrAce perks on the channel. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.